When patients receive that diagnosis of cancer, it can be extremely devastating. We see people very distraught, not just because of dealing with cancer, but the daily life bills, the daily life stresses, the daily life responsibilities of holding a job while you have a family or a wife or a husband, the basic bills of life. I see the financial distress almost equaling the diagnosis of cancer. People come into my office with needs every single day I work here at the Ephrata Cancer Center. It'd be wonderful to have access to funds to help them.
The Cancer Patient Help Fund is brand new this year in Ephrata, and the Employee Giving Campaign is really the first step in helping to kickstart that fund for our patients. One of the great things about the Patient Help Fund is that 100% of the donations go directly to the patients. There are no administrative fees associated with the Patient Help Fund.
The Prescription for Caring Fund is a fund supported by the York Health Foundation that's used specifically to pay for medications for people whose incomes are low or who are vulnerable or people who need to bridge a gap on getting medications to sustain their health. Challenging thing is that there's stories every day of people who fall through the cracks, who are faced with some difficult choices. Sometimes we hear the stories of where people say they're making the choice between food and medicine. These are the kinds of stories that we're getting every day. People who turn to us and say, well, what am I going to do? I want to do something about this. And at times we are at a loss because there isn't the money to support this. And that's why this Prescription for Caring Fund is so important, because instead of being able to say to somebody, I wish we could help you, we're going to be able to say now, we can help you. We are going to be able to help bridge this gap for you. And it's not even like people aren't willing to share the cost. It's just sometimes they're just faced with this burden, which for you and I may not even be that big a burden. We may think, well, what's so big about that? It may be a cost of a dinner for you or cost of a pair of shoes, but for somebody else, this is huge. We had a gentleman the other day who he had end-stage renal disease, and he was on Medicare, and he just had his leg amputated, and it was one of these cases where it's not just one thing. So usually it's not someone who's just saying, well, I just need just a few dollars to make it through. These are people who are having to patch things together. And so when they call us, it's usually out of desperation. It's usually because they've tried other routes. The Prescription for Caring Fund allows us to be able to say, we have a way to help you through this. We have a way to bridge the gap for you. And it makes a huge difference in people's lives.
Healthy Options is a voucher program that provides $45 a month in those vouchers to families who are living in our food gap to shop at the farmers market and now at Kenny's markets in the winter. So it provides them an ability to purchase fruits and vegetables, to be a little healthier, and to take part in other programs that are offered, such as gardening, cooking classes, and exercise opportunities. Healthy Options was created about 3 or 4 years ago to serve about 26% of our Adams County families who we have determined that live in what we call the food gap. And the food gap basically means people who don't qualify anymore for food stamps, or what we call SNAP benefits now. But they don't have enough in their food budget to buy what we would consider nutritional food. So a lot of them are eating highly processed foods but don't have enough money to buy fruits and vegetables, which are often much more expensive. Healthy Options has given the opportunity for almost 100 families in our community to eat healthier throughout the year.
The Healing Hearts brings the healing nature of artwork to our clinical areas throughout Adams County for our patients and our staff. The Healing Hearts initiative covers all forms of art, not just visual. Healing Hearts supports a special series of classes for people coping with chronic illness. The series incorporates yoga, meditation, and other mindfulness tools for the chronically ill. There are 3 impactful projects currently underway. The Healing Gardens is probably the most visible of the three. It was finished in spring of 2015. It is a place where patients and family and staff can reflect and restore. The Seeds of Hope are beautifully handcrafted artwork tiles that are prominently displayed at Gettysburg Hospital and Adams County Cancer Center. Healing Hearts is committed to incorporating the Seeds of Hope displays throughout the hospital campus to promote the healing nature of the arts. Healing Hearts is supporting the hospital's plan to transform a second outdoor space currently used primarily by staff. The improved space will incorporate plantings, trees, pavers, and outdoor furniture. The finished setting will continue to be a space for staff, will also offer exciting opportunities to blend a healthy mind, body, and spirit by hosting community events such as small concerts, poetry readings, and more. Your participation in the Employee Giving Campaign will support Healing Hearts and our efforts to improve patient experience. Thank you for your consideration. Your support will profoundly impact the lives and well-being of the people of Adams County.